Magic the Gathering came out in August of 1993. The game was made by Richard Garfield and published by Wizards of the Coast, and is, in my opinion, the best card game mechanically in the world. I first got into Magic when, on a mission for my church, was given a 1/1 mono white deck that specialized in overwhelming you with tiny creatures before smacking you with a Seraph of the Masses. My dark age of Magic started around War of the Spark in mid 2019. I was unhappy with the direction of the game and the overproduction of things such as planeswalkers and legendary creatures. Funny enough, me leaving around that time wasn't entirely uncommon with many of the hardcore devoted players, who also were exiting the hobby for similar reasons, along with others such as politics. In my absence, the game and WotC evolved as a whole, for many in a regressive fashion, and chasing away many multitudes of others. Now, in 2026, nearly a decade after the release of my first ever Magic set, that being Base Kaladesh, I have returned and reinvigorated my love for the hobby and the game. Why? Well, set aside the fact that the other TCG I recently fell in love with, that being Pokemon, has become horrible due to scalping and a multitude of other factors, I just missed the thrill of sitting at a table in a local store, drafting a new set with people, or raising eyebrows as I break out my favorite 60-card decks to mess with others. Now, sadly, most every other store I talk to says that the standard as a format is dying, mostly because the new popular format, Commander, has taken over, and Wizards of the Coast caters almost exclusively to that format alone, but I'll have to deal with that eventually. The goal of this channel, however, is to share with current fans of mine and any new ones my journey in the reignition of a hobby that I have loved for many years, along with the dirty tea that might come along with it. In addition to this, I also wish to share with everybody my journey with investing in Magic the Gathering as a hobby and as something that I love. I've always been fascinated by the idea of buying product, things that you've fallen in love with, and holding on to it with the idea that maybe in the future, because of that love or because of what other people might love about it, you might be able to boost yourself up in the economy and provide for yourself or your family members. Now, while I'm not going out there and scalping everybody's favorite Pokemon cards or all of the most recent sets, I'm definitely buying things in the background, some of which you can see behind me, that is cherishable for myself. Will it go to the moon? God only knows, but thankfully I have already resolved that even if all of my Aetherdrift boxes go down to 0, I can still be happy and content with the fact that I can open them up and enjoy them for myself if that ever happens. If any of what I have said today has interested you, consider subscribing to this channel. Turn on notifications, and tell me in the comments what your first Magic the Gathering experience was. The plan for this channel is to upload videos that come from the clips of my main channel, which will also be linked down in the description for those that are interested. I stream talking about drama, but I also really enjoy sharing my experiences with this hobby as I have become reinvigorated by it, and I'm sure that people will enjoy that as well.